Ooh, I love this one. Lolita. It's from the novel Lolita. Very first line. Lolita, Lolita, light of my life, fire of my loins. This is going to be good. Lolita, light of my life, fire of my loins. Which, the reason I'm saying it like that, I used to do theater exercises that was screaming that sentence over and over and over and over again. Just being bigger and louder and more outrageous every single time. So, making sure I'm writing this correctly. Yes. Generate me some Lolita. I just realized what that could be construed as. I am so sorry.
Am I going to lose any monetization I might end up gaining later?
You're going to have to take this down later. Or just this one video gets demonetized. I don't know. Is that how they do that anymore? Do they just demonetize like one video, or does it just like say screw your whole channel?
Yes.
Oh, so it's just random. Okay.
Oh, they'll just knock you out for anything these days.
Lolita, light of my life, fire of my loins, the girl I've lost myself in. The subject, capital S, is a collection of short stories that explore romance, lust, life, and love. All of my work can be read as a standalone, but for maximum enjoyment, read them in order. I'm not making this up, this is. Each story is steeped in...
Steeped?
Oh, it gets better. Each story is steeped in dirty mindfuckery and guaranteed to leave you a sweaty mess. Buy on Amazon. Click the picture in parentheses. Only in her dreams will he protect her from the monster in the woods, the one that took her sister. In reality, she'll have to fight her own monsters to stay alive. What else can she do when she finds her place as a single mom with a giant target on her back? Oh my god. This poor woman.
Yeah, I feel just like her, though.
Brunette badass and piercer Harley Parker always liked the good guys until the night her heart was smashed to pieces by Ronnie, the meanest, deadliest bad boy in high school. Okay, if you say deadly, that implies like he's actually smashing her heart to pieces? 20 years later, Harley has to forgive himself. So Harley's a boy?
Oh. I'm dead. I don't know.
I guess we're on a different story. 20 years later, Harley has to forgive himself for the role he played in the tragedy. When her best friend, Penny, suggests they go on a road trip to the place where it happened, Harley hesitates. It's been 20 years, and she's changed so much. Back and forth from a man again. She's very struggling with this, it seems. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Sure.
The only thing he can offer her is himself, but she won't accept it. She only wants him to pose as her fake fiancé for the weekend, a show of faith that could help heal old wounds. When reality sends them spinning into a pit of drugs, sex, and violence, Harley must decide how far she'll go to get the forgiveness she desires. Buy on Amazon. Click the picture. Again, click the picture just in like parentheses. It just is constantly telling you to buy these books, these non-existent books on Amazon. Do you believe in a world where nothing is real? What is this existential bullshit? I have to look at the camera for that. What is this existential bullshit?
What?
How do you define reality, and what happens when you become invisible? Jenna Bliss explores these themes and many more in this darkly funny collection. Add it to your reading list now! It's like all capitals with an exclamation point. Again, buy on Amazon, click the picture.
What the hell?
Jordan Taylor is used to taking what she wants, but this time, the last thing she needs is to add control freak Spencer Thompson to her to-do list. To-do list.
Okay.
There's only one problem. Spencer's everything she wants to avoid. Stubborn, tough, demanding, and off limits. So...
You know what this is starting to sound like? This is starting to sound like one of Stefan's bars.
It kind of is, if anybody gets that SNL reference. When things spiral out of control in a way neither of them saw coming, the only way out is for Jordan to take everything Spencer has to give. Whoa, hey now, that got saucy real fast. Jordan Taylor is used to taking what she wants, but this time, the last thing she... Okay, it just repeated itself. Spencer Thompson has one goal: to finish medical school, cut ties with his domineering mother, and take over his father's medical practice. And apparently not give all he has into Jordan. Weslin's restaurant, the perfect place for his birthday party, is exactly what he needs to help him get his life in order. Jordan's a complication he didn't expect. She's a beautiful woman, but she's hurting. He's a monster, but he's also handsome and sweet. What begins as a business transaction quickly escalates into something way more. Jordan's seduction masterclass and Spencer's lessons on getting what he wants are powerful weapons. When the case they're working suddenly turns deadly, Jordan is in the line of fire. So, he's a doctor, she's a something, and now they're detectives, okay? It's up to Spencer to use his powers of persuasion and teach Jordan a lesson he won't forget. Okay, let me start by saying I'm a total sucker for BDSM and erotica. That is just a sentence that this wrote for me, and I wholeheartedly agree. That said, this was not my cup of tea at all. I read this just before I got married and just after having a baby. Apparently I did those in that order, where I had the baby and then got the married part. While the timing was a bit tricky, the motivation was probably the right one. It's easy to forget that in real life, people can't just run to the bedroom at the slightest hint of desire. I love how this is just making me sound like some weird sex-crazed, like, pervert.
Aren't you, though?
I mean, I am, but it doesn't mean I want to, let the whole world know about it right now.
Oh. Later.
Which meant I would constantly have to remind myself that while, yes, I was reading about a really hot older woman who was a slave to her BDSM desires, it was still a story about an actual relationship? Not like a typical Sexy Times relationship where the whole thing is glossed over in the bedroom. I love reading romance about these kinds of relationships. We're gonna stop there because I don't know where this is about to go. You've already probably been demonetized.
Oh no. Oh. Apparently at some point my camera stopped recording. So, that's always fun. That's alright though. I'm used to my camera hating me.
I have no idea how much of that got.
No. This is recording. You're fine there. Just our video stopped recording.
Okay. So we still got audio, just the video will just cut out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I wish I could save this. Actually, this is my computer. I'm just gonna copy.
Yeah, just hit the copy button.
I love you, Harry, said Ron, blushing beneath his freckles.
That's what you're starting with.
Oh, of course.
Wow. Yep. Definitely getting demonetized now. But then again, I did start it. Oh god, I just realized something really bad.
What?
Well, you're wearing those pajamas.
Uh-huh.
We could have made one about Dan and Aaron.
I could do that as the next one.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, this cutscene's boring me, and I can't skip it. Oh, I can't skip it. No, I can't skip it. Oh, I can't skip it.
Okay. Can you or can't you?
Yeah, look, all the ups and downs.
Can you or can't you?
My decisions are based on MC Escher.
So you can and you can't.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, well, that's more of a Pavlovian, either yes and or no.
Well, that depends. Are you ringing a bell?
I'm just leaving a lid closed.
Anyways.
I love you, Harry, said Ron, blushing beneath his freckles. Harry's heart seemed to stop. Did I hear that right? I love you too, Ron. Ron was nervous about what it would mean. He had known that they had fallen in love. He just had no idea that Harry actually meant it. We should have a book done on you two, Ginny said to Hermione. I think there were several, actually. I'm not sure this will sound natural. Harry and Ron came home that night and shared their first kiss, and it seemed like everything was perfect. It was all going according to plan. After a long day in the library, they both just went straight to bed and lay there together. No fun time. They're just laying next to each other in bed, just perfectly missionary, on their backs, just rigid as a board. It felt great to be in his arms. He had missed this, but I thought this was their first time to... Okay. This was what he had dreamed about, to go home with Ginny in his arms at the end of the day. Wait, I thought it was Ron and Harry. Where did Ginny get involved in all this?
Yes.
Harry felt so good inside that the sound of his stomach grumbling woke him up.
What?
He was in the kitchen cooking up an impressive meal with an old family recipe. It was good to see her cooking again after her depression. Oh my god. So we have a Harry, Ron, and Ginny polycule with Hermione somehow in this polycule and recovering from depression?
Oh no.
What are you guys cooking? Harry asked. I swear to God, if she's cooking Dobby, I'm going to be really confused and upset.
Is it Dobby?
No. Hermione went out of the kitchen to get Harry something to drink while Harry ate. Because apparently you do not keep drinks in the kitchen. That is a big no-no. You do not keep drinks in the kitchen. Learn from this story, children. You do not store drinks in the...
I don't know if you realize this, by the way.
Yes, I saw that you got yourself stuck.
If I get out...
Yes, you're going to die. Goodbye. Oh. Oh.
Oh, there's the floor.
Ginny's making me a chicken pie.
Chicken pie?
She says you haven't eaten since last night and that you haven't had dinner either, she said after a while. The quotation mark is connected to the she said after a while, not the she says you... Yeah, the punctuation's bad. Hey... Harry had an idea. He smiled to himself. I'll go make a new promise, he said. I promise to come home for dinner every night this week, and we can have this as well. There's something on my tongue.
Lovely.
Harry waited for her to stop crying and for her to feel comfortable enough to talk. Oh, this is really annoying. It's like a hair or something on my tongue.
I'm sorry.
I should have gotten like a glass of water or something. He didn't know what to say and didn't want to force her to say something that might make her upset. I'm just going to keep continuing. He felt a little hurt that she was telling him that he couldn't come home and that he didn't love her, but he wasn't going to let it affect him. He had too much to look forward to with Ginny now. Are you talking to Hermione then about her depression? And besides, she had told him he couldn't take advantage of her. Hermione felt like she was back in primary school and she was talking to a boy that didn't like her. It was pathetic. Oh my goodness.
What the...
This is getting dark. You know what? I'm gonna just keep going with this one. She was trying so hard to get him to open up and tell her what was wrong, but he was being difficult. He wouldn't talk to her at all. I thought he was trying to get her to talk. Okay. She almost broke down again and started crying again, but she pulled herself together. Good for you, Hermione, Ginny.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Focus on us.
Thank you.
Just tell me to, like, move forward. It's probably because I'm moving back, so it thinks it needs to focus backwards.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
It's because this chair does not support my posture very well.
Anyways.
Continuing. She was determined not to break down again in front of him. She took another deep breath and was about to try one last time. I like you very much, she said. He was quiet for a moment, and then he smiled and kissed her on the forehead. Thank you for not giving up on me, he whispered in her ear. That means a lot to me. Harry woke up the next morning with a grin on his face. He didn't know why, but his smile felt so wide and so fake. He pulled on his clothing and got out of bed. He got dressed again, apparently, and walked over to the window. He looked out and saw that it was raining. The rain felt so good on his skin, and he was happy that he could stay inside today, even though he could feel the rain on his skin through 2 layers of clothing. He lay on his bed for a while thinking about his mum, comma, Ron and Ginny. So apparently Ron and Ginny are his mother. Because that's why you need an Oxford goddamn comma. They had just moved into this house, and he was going to make sure they stayed happy. And that ends on a sentence, so I'm just going to watch that guy just get blown to bits.
Yeah. I do
blown
that.
To bits. Alright, Harry and Ron just ended up heteroing itself out, so...
My god, this is taking quite a turn.
You know what, let's get really dirty. Let's do something really... just starting sexual.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to Sonic because it's just so awkward because technically none of those characters are adults.
The camera just out of focus at that moment to the mouse behind us.
Just like, no, you need to...
No, don't.
Come here, Tyberius. We're going to have so much fun. Yes. We're going to really enjoy ourselves with this one. Okay.
I have way too much fun with you. Not in that way, though. No, it's completely no homo. I mean, we're both homo, but no.
Just a little bit of homo.
Okay, fine, a little bit of homo.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is Tyberius. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment if you have any ideas or suggestions for one of our next videos. Also be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified about new content on the channel. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great rest of the day.